People say alcohol is fun, alcohol is a good time, alcohol makes you feel good, but the reality of alcohol is much worse than some people assume. Heavy alcohol consumption can be extremely dangerous, as many deaths and tragedies are the result of drinking too much. Having the legal drinking age being raised is a better choice, for less people will be damaged from the hazardous effects of alcohol. The legal drinking age has been a major controversial topic in the U.S. for a long time. The legal drinking age is the age at which a person can consume and purchase alcoholic beverages. The definition of alcohol is a colorless, volatile, flammable liquid which is the intoxicating constituent of beer, wine, and other drinks, and is also used as an industrial solvent and as fuel. In 1984, the legal drinking age for American citizens became 21. Since then, people debate on whether the age should be lowered, raised, or just stay the same. I believe the United States should raise the drinking age to a higher age at which people become responsible, to an age where people know what's good for them and what's not. By raising the legal drinking age, less accidents and fatalities will occur. People will realize how important responsibility is, and less cases of bad effects on the body will happen. Raising the drinking age will help better our
society.
My first point is alcohol can be very dangerous. Many accidents can result from consumption of alcohol. One example is drunk driving. Driving while intoxicated is illegal and can harm many people. As researchers state, 34% of all drunk driving car accidents involve an individual between the ages of 21 to 24. Also, more than 20,000 people are killed each year in alcohol-related motor vehicle accidents. Obviously, the drinking age should be raised to help take down the high number of accidents and car crashes. The negative effects of alcohol clearly outweighs the positive ones. Why have people died for unnecessary causes? The legal drinking age should be raised also because it can affect many people's lifestyles. Heavy drinking can cause problems at home. According to a researcher, 1/3 of nearly 30,000 suicides every year had alcohol in their blood at the time of their death. A person who consumes a high amount of alcohol on a regular basis is called an alcoholic. Studies say the earlier the person starts drinking, the more likely they will become an alcoholic. Alcohol can destroy people's lives and hurt many others too. Lifestyles are harshly affected and can ruin many people's lives. Why would someone want to risk that at a young age? Another problem due to heavy alcohol consumption is crime. Violent crimes, including homicide, are alcohol-related. In jails, many prisoners were drinking at the time of their arrest. For example, in 1986, nearly 40% of the prisoners in a jail were under the influence of alcohol when they committed the crime. Alcohol can make people do many things they would normally not do, and these things can be very dangerous to themselves and others. Crime is very dangerous and many people would not be imprisoned if it wasn't for alcohol. As you can see, the effects of alcohol use can be very dangerous. Less people will be hurt if the drinking age is raised.
Well, Emily, I agree. Alcohol is very dangerous, but it doesn't play a huge part on how old you are. It's more of the circumstances of how much you drink and your size and gender, etc. A study shows that whether you are 21 or 25, that when you drink over the limit, you are at the risk of the same dangers like crime, car accidents, and death. So changing the age will just cause even more problems than we already have.
Second point is responsibility of the consumer. Not only does alcohol affect the user, but it also can affect others. When some people consume alcohol, they don't think of the possible threat it could be towards others. For example, drunk driving. Many fatalities are the result of collisions when the driver is intoxicated. Innocent people have been killed when they were hit by a drunk person who couldn't control their actions. As stated by doctors, alcohol decreases inhibition, so people don't think about the negative consequences that can result from using it. Drunk driving is very common. Only bad situations come out of it. If the legal drinking age was raised, less problems would occur from drunk driving. Many adults do not believe people at the age of 21 possess enough responsibility to consume alcohol. As people grow through their life, they gain some new privileges over time. Well, a person can own a hunting license at 14, at 16 it is legal to drive, and at 18 one is recognized as an adult and a whole new list of possibilities opens up. I believe the ability to drink legally is a right, a privilege. A person is responsible for their actions and they should know the effects alcohol can have on not only themselves but others too. Drinking is a right. Don't give a privilege to a person who can't use it properly. Many people at the age of 21 are still irresponsible. What some people don't realize is that accidents from alcohol consumption cost the USA as a whole. According to research, the U.S. citizens pay more than $10 billion tax dollars each year to deal with the costs of drunk driving, higher health care expenses, and higher auto insurance fees. Problems from alcohol generate many costs for the communities. This is why some believe raising the drinking age would reduce the high costs many people have to pay. It is almost rude for some people to burden others with the costs of their mistakes. All the prices the U.S. has to spend because of alcohol-related accidents are unnecessary. Responsible people can be trusted with dangerous fluids such as alcohol. Many people at the age of 21 currently are reliable enough to handle alcohol.
Age 21 laws work. Young people drink less in response. The laws have saved an estimated 17,000 lives since states began implementing them in 1975, and they've decreased the number of alcohol-related youth fatalities among drivers by 63% since 1982. This is showing that yes, there are people who drink underage, but the other 95% of people are responsible enough to watch themselves drinking.
Alcohol's effects on the body. Alcohol can hurt your body very bad. According to experienced doctors, a person's brain is not completely done with development until the age of 25. Until then, the mind has not fully formed its important critical and rational thinking abilities. Research says alcohol is an obstacle in the brain's growth. Because of a younger person's inability to make good judgments, there is a bigger chance they will binge drink or consume heavy amounts of alcohol, more than other groups of people. The legal age should definitely be raised because the brain would be affected badly under the age of 25. Cut out the problem by raising the age. According to experienced doctors, alcohol consumption not only damages your brain, but different parts of your body, including important organs. Some effects of serious alcohol consumption includes greater vulnerability to addiction, dangerous risk-taking behavior, memory loss, depression, violence and suicide, traffic accidents and fatalities, and much more. All of these risks are extremely dangerous for the consumer's body. Why hurt yourself just because of alcohol? Many problems can occur with the body with alcohol consumption. Half the cancers in the esophagus, mouth, are from alcohol. Excessive alcohol use can lead to conditions such as high blood pressure, heart disease, and heart failure. Some forms of arthritis can worsen. Heavy drinking can cause kidney failure. Cirrhosis can occur. Heavy drinkers are more exposed to pneumonia, lung collapse, and pulmonary infections. The small intestines are affected too. Also, alcohol irritates the stomach and can erode the stomach and cause major bleeding. Obviously, these are all bad effects on the human body. This huge list of horrible effects alcohol has on the body you wouldn't be worried about if the legal drinking age was raised. The effects alcohol has on the body is worse than people imagine. A 21-year-old's brain isn't done developing, so many parts of the body can be damaged.
Once you are completely an adult around the age of 21, the effects of alcohol on the adult human body are unchanged. That is, the effects on a 21-year-old, a 25-year-old, and a 45-year-old are all the same. What this researcher was saying is that age is just a number and it all really matters on the personal responsibility of the drinker.
Why risk death from the terrible effects alcohol has on humans at such a young age? As stated, alcohol is very bad for the body. Why expose more people to its harmful effects? By raising the legal drinking age, we can prevent more accidents from occurring. More people will understand why responsibility is important, and we can prevent other negative things that could happen to the body with the consumption of alcohol. Although alcohol is damaging, we can expect older people, older than 21 at least, to use it responsibly.
The change in drinking from 18 to 21 across the U.S. was one of the greatest policy changes in saving young people's life. Why mess with a good thing? Effects of alcohol in the body can be damaging when used in an irresponsible way. Alcohol has been around for hundreds of years and is used for many other things, for example, medicine. I don't think the government should raise the drinking age because it will cause more underage drinking and arrests. The process of changing it to 21 was a long process and very thought through, and you already have so many responsibilities at the age of 21, why would you want to take away drinking? If the government raised the age, then there'd be more adults arrested for underage drinking. This means less police attention on truly important matters, more overwhelmed court systems, and more public dollars spent on jails and jailers. Prohibition caused more crime. Look at the view of the prohibition after it was repealed. In 1924, the great social critic H.L. Menrich wrote of prohibition, "There is not less drunkenness in the republic, but more. There is not less crime, but more. There is not less insanity, but more. The cost of government is not smaller, but vastly greater. Respect for law has not increased, but diminished." A bill in Congress celebrating the anniversary of Repeal Day echoes Mencken's statement, and that the ban on intoxicating liquors in the United States resulted in a dramatic increase in illegal activity, including unsafe black market alcohol production, organized crime, and non-compliance with alcohol laws. Adding more years beyond today's limit of 21 will create the same problem on a smaller scale, but the same types of problems nonetheless. Look at the resources society uses today on enforcing drug laws, an illegal substance just like underage drinking. A quote from one of my articles that I researched was, "We have 400,000 people in prison for nonviolent drug crimes, a domestic police force that often looks and acts like an occupying military force. Nearly $1 trillion spent on enforcement, both here and there, aggressive indirection efforts overseas and in urban areas that we can resemble war zones. It is very clear that a lot of money and other resources are consumed when trying to stop something people want to do and will do anyway. This will apply to the new underage drinkers should the legal image get raised above 21. In conclusion, raising the age will mean less police attention on truly important matters, more overwhelmed court system, and more public dollars spent on jails and jailers."
That is not true. Why would more crimes and such occur? By raising the age, we are not setting up disaster in our society. We are actually helping take down the number of crimes and other events. With a high percentage of prisoners in jail due to crimes they committed while consuming alcohol, the numbers would actually go down in crime if the age was raised. Less people break the law because more people are not allowed to drink.